Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Yo, Shannon Sharpe and Katt Williams, it seems like they going at it from what the internet is saying. We doing with the internet right now. I'm going to react to a video. They said that Shannon Sharpe and Katt Williams is going at it. You heard what I said? They said. But I'm going to have some fun with it. We're going to have some Saturday morning fun. Sit back, enjoy the ride. Katt Williams wanted a little white coochie, so he went and got a snow bunny. 19 years old, ain't even come out the hole yet. No pun intended. Pause. But, now he gets caught up. And first they were saying that he was a he cipher, monkey cipher. Look at him. Does he look like a he cipher, monkey cipher to you? That's Shannon Sharpe. Now, they're saying that he raped this young lady. Make sure you subscribe to my daughter's YouTube channel at Juanita Mecca Audio, Juanita. She speak about what it was like to be away from her father for 26 years while he was serving a life plus 20 sentence with no chance of parole, how she handled that as a young lady. Now, let's get this intro started. Then we're going to get back to Shannon Sharpe. We're going to have some fun. Put your comments in. The phone line is open. Let's ride. All right, now we're going to talk about Shannon Sharpe, Katt Williams. Shannon Sharpe, Katt Williams got a few words for you. Sit back, let's ride. Let's see what Katt Williams going to say, man. That's all I want to know is what Katt Williams got to say.
And the fact that an upstanding and righteous gentleman like yourself is in that position with the only thing trying to be righteous in our lane is just more machinations of the devil.
Yo, Katt is deep. Y'all can't tell. Let's give Katt a mother effing round of applause. Katt Williams. All right, Katt Williams, let's go. You know he deserves, and he deserves some gunshots. Katt Williams, yo, he a bad mother.
You have a much better backstory when you pick me as an opponent.
You know what, man? I'm glad you at least, addressed it, because
when you talk to him and tell him what the truth is, he won't be able to refute it. I told you earlier, he doesn't know this. How could he know?
Has a new target in his sights. NFL legend Shannon Sharpe. A brand new lawsuit was just filed in Nevada claiming Sharpe was manipulative and eventually a Jane Doe, with the latest claims allegedly happening as recently as January. We got our hands on the filing, and we're going to break down everything.
To make them feel better about themselves when they come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need...
Hey, yo, this is Monique. Monique, get ready to go in. I got to change my screen from that. You know what I mean? We got to change it up, man. We got to change it up. Because Monique, get ready to go in and let Shannon Sharpe know, stay in your lane and stop chasing these white women, because these white women will kill you out here.
Need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your ass and get your old out there that can love you old. You're trying to hang out with these young, you can't do it.
Shannon, you can't do it. Now listen what Monique say about this right here.
You just can't do it. When they want you to go for the fourth round, you looking at her. Listen, you want some money to go to Starbucks?
Yo, she said when she looking at you to go a fourth round at your old ass age, you telling a young girl, you need some money, go to the store, let me recuperate for a minute. Go shopping with this black card, while I recuperate. And he interprets that as love. Dog, that's a business transaction. Right or wrong, y'all, that's a business transaction. Stop it, Shannon.
Katt Williams just confirmed the essay allegation against Shannon Sharpe, and the internet is losing its ever-loving mind. Shannon Sharpe has been fighting for his life these past couple of days, and y'all can bet that Katt's comments are about to make things 10 times worse for him. Now, Shannon got sued a couple days ago by a woman that claimed that he allegedly SA'd and put hands on her while they were dating. And it looks like this might just be the start of Shannon's downfall. Now, Shannon has been trying to fight the lawsuit, but it's not looking good for him. It also isn't helping that Katt Williams has that big I told you so energy, declaring support against Shannon. And it also looks like he's threatening to spill some spicy tea on Shannon, and y'all know that it's going to get crazy. So let's get into it, y'all. Now, y'all, Katt Williams is enjoying Shannon Sharpe's current legal mess, and he isn't even trying to hide it at this point. There have been rumors of some sort of beef going on between Shannon and Katt for a while now, at least.
Do y'all believe it's a beef going on with them? I gotta get, yo, I'm gonna say this, right? Cause we riding. You know we like to ride at the Mecca. Check it out, right? I can't see a beef there, right? Play this out. Y'all play this out, because I know y'all never even thought about this. That's why y'all come here. That's why I say the game is to be sold, not told. I'm going to tap you into the mind of a gangster. All right, let's get this right. Katt Williams and Shay Shay. Shay Shay asked Katt to get on the show. Katt said, no problem, I get on the show. Katt could charge to get on the show, but Katt just got on the show because that Shay Shay, you know, he another black man, he trying to help him. Now he get on the show and the joint make over $1 million for the episode that he got on and did not charge Shannon, let's say, a dime. Let's say, as Jay-Z said, he didn't charge him 1 red cent. And I had to fire the gunshots because right now I'm going to give the rat bastards and flip-flop wearing in public 3 seconds to get the F out of my channel. All right, time is up. Take that with you on the way out. Now, we riding on a Saturday morning, right? So I'm going to speed this up. I'm going to get in my zone like I'm around the little, you know, garbage can fire. You know, you got the metal garbage cans in Harlem. We used to sit on 155th Street under the bridge right there by the rooftop and the Blimpie on the corner and Polo Grounds right there. Sloan's on the bottom, parking lot on the left. You already know 154th Street got the cracks moving a mile a minute, right? So while we sitting there, we got the garbage can and we talking about Shannon Williams. Now, we jumping back from 88 coming all the way up here to 2025. Garbage can, we got, you know, the wood from the pallets from the supermarket across the store burning in the garbage can. See, I can paint the whole picture for you on a Saturday morning. So you got the wood burning in the fire, and we sitting here, we talking about Shannon Sharpe. We saying straight up, look, damn, Katt Williams don't got on this dude's show. He got on there on the strength that, man, you a homie. I ain't gonna charge you nothing to get on there. He figured the joint make a little million views, you know what I mean? He make a little 10,000. But then the joint make 80 million, 90 million views. Now we talking about over $1 million. So Katt Williams pull up on Shay Shay and say, yo, Shay Shay, what's up, dog? That joint made like, you know, over $1 million, man. Throw me a little $500,000. Throw me a quarter. Throw me 250,000. Shay said, like, nah, that's my money, dog. You got on my show and you said you got on it because we was homies. He said, yeah, we are homies. But right now, you ran around the corner and you done found the bag and you don't think I should get a piece of that? When you came around the corner to get me, you didn't have a pot to piss in. Now you got a whole bag. Break a dog off a bone. Shay said, nah, I can't do it. You know? Maybe that's why if Katt Williams is mad, that's why he's mad. Y'all put it in the comments if y'all understand that scenario, because the fire is burning around the wooden pallets from the Sloans in the metal garbage cans in front of the Polo Grounds in Rucker Park right now. We on a zone. Y'all like to ride? Give me an emoji in the comment. Give me your favorite emoji in the comment if you like to ride. All right, now let's get back to Katt Williams.
ever since the interview, at least ever since that infamous interview on Club Shay Shay. And he's not even trying to hide it at this point. And it's kind of shocking because their interview broke records for the most watched video podcast on YouTube.
Right there, the most watched video podcast on YouTube. This man made over $1 million off of Katt Williams looking out, getting on this show that Katt thought he was only going to get a little 10,000. All right, that's cool. Enjoy that, But now you make $1 million and you don't feel I deserve a dime and I owe you my loyalty. And for the record, this episode is sponsored by Cashbox. Cashbox is going to be a new joint coming out. The Revel, what you see flashing up above in the green, can't say the name. So we're going to keep this 100 because we might use this soundbite. If Shay Shay sent Katt Williams some money, right? Now, Shay Shay sent, the little squally some money, the one he charged with. So he sends us some money. And he don't want nobody to know he sent her the money. He could use Ghostbox, is what Cashbox has to offer. So you could send money anonymously. So imagine Shannon Sharpe sending his little squally $50,000 because he paid $25,000 a cheek. But he don't want nobody to know he sent it, so he sends it Ghostbox. Let's say when he sends the $50,000, he hits a letter wrong and the money goes to the wrong bunny. Now, under the old way that's flashing right now in the green above me, they'll tell you got to deal with that, call her, see if she's going to send you back $50,000. She's not no clown or no flip-flop wearing it public rat bastard. So, of course, she's going to say, I don't know what you're talking about. Matter of fact, you got the wrong number. Because she want that 50 grand. But with Cashbox, when she goes to accept it, it alerts you from a virtual vault that says, hey, Snow Bunny number 2 is picking up the money you intended to send to Snow Bunny number 1. You feeling where I'm at? Now you can say, nah, that's not what I want to. Matter of fact, let me pull it back. And I'm going to send her 10 grand less. You can even change the amount of what it is you want to send to the next person. Cashbox is getting ready to revolutionize the joint, and it's a Black-owned company. Let's get back to Katt Williams. I just had to do that.
And all that, you'd think that they'd be on good terms, right? Well, they're not, which explains why Katt is enjoying Shannon's downfall. Word in the streets is that Katt has allegedly been telling people that Shannon has always had a weird vibe to him. And he suspected all that while he was on Club Shay Shay.
All right. So let me speak on that, right? Katt Williams, dude from the street, know what time it is. We're going to speed this up because I'm going to drag this out. I know it's a lie, but I'm going to, like I said, we're around the garbage can right now. We're on the block, so I'm talking to my people, and right now you are my people. And you're just coming into our cipher, so this is the way we ride when we at the cipher. Check. Now, Katt Williams sitting there, and he's saying that he's not really with all of that. You understand? You're doing your thing. You made the money from me, and now where we go from there? But I got to just hit this back right here because I lost my thought because I'm riding. You from the garbage can, hit that good chronic, and all of a sudden you get a brain fart. You know what I mean? And you forget what you're talking about. Hey, yo, right? Because I'm going to ride. I'm going to tell you about one, right? I'm going to tell you because we're around the garbage can, right? Somebody be like, yo, check it out, right? I remember when I was in Redwood up there with Big Un from Brooklyn, right? We up there, and it was one of the homies, I don't remember his name, but he coached a basketball team, and he used to smoke a lot of angel dust on the street. So now he in the gym up in the penitentiary, because we tell penitentiary stories. So go to Unique, make audio prison story. You want more of these. So he's sitting in the gym, and he calls timeout. It's like 5 seconds left. So he got a play in his mind. He know what he's going to call. He just needs to get the team back. So he tells the ref, timeout, timeout, timeout. The ref calls timeout. As soon as the ref called timeout, the whole team surround him. They're like, what's up, coach? What's up, coach? He said, yo. And he just go, yo. And nothing came out of his mouth. The nigga had a brain fart. And everybody looking at him like, yo, 5 seconds, coach. What are you doing? He's like, yo, play ball. nigga had a brain fart. Never even remember what the brain fart was about. I still see it in my mind, man. But that's the same thing that's happening over here right now with me. I had a brain fart, so I rewind that so I can catch up to where I was at. You see how we ride at the Mecca? You know, can we ride with this live, man? Let me get back. I definitely had a brain fart.
Shannon's downfall. Word in the streets is that Katt has allegedly been telling people that Shannon has always had a weird vibe to him. And
that's it. Shannon has always had a weird vibe to him. That's what it is. I wanted to speak on that because I like to ride. Right? He's saying, right, let me explain to you. Katt from the street, right? Like I said, we run a garbage can. Katt's from the street. Shannon is from the suburbs, football, sheltered, you know what I mean? Always fascinated with white women, you know what I mean? Could never get one because they looked at him like a monkey, you know? And then now he gets the bag, so now the monkey turns into the prince right there. So now Shannon believes that the bag turned him into the prince and that they could really love this bag brought prince. This bag earned prince. So that's what's going on with that. So Shannon now from the street, from the suburb, and then Katt looks at him and say, yo, while they talking to him and he's telling them certain things, and you saw Shannon's face while Katt was talking, like, wow, like, ooh, gosh, like he was having an orgasm in 90 different ways, right? But Katt is looking at him like, dude, you lame and greener than a mother. But he just ain't say it, you know? And then Katt warned him about what's going on today. So now Katt's saying, man, and I even warned this dude. What is wrong with him? I understand that he's living in Mr. Rogers' land. But how he don't understand what I'm saying? Somebody tell me, come on, man. Hey, yo, you know what I want to do right now? You know what I want to do right now? Because I feel like I'm at the club. I'm doing my thing. It's Saturday afternoon. We chilling. I want to let y'all know that my man, rest in peace. You know, he passed away. He did the outro, you know. His name is Dot out of Ohio. And I just want to let y'all know I love this joint, man.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
What?
Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit.
I'm coming back. Just enjoy the ride. Now's your time to hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button. Keep it moving. Represent the unique Mecca Audio family. We in the club on a Saturday. This is what it is. We got everybody in the house. All right, make sure you do what you gotta do. All right. We got Terrain Harris in the house. We got Meta EV Charge LLC in the house. We got Yo-Yo Swift in the house. We all over the place. This how we doing it, the Mecca. We partying. We gonna keep it moving. We got Hot Wang in the house. Let's keep it moving now. We ain't gonna play no games. We got Black Prime TV. We got Warren, Lady J. We in the house. This how we do it, the party. We taking it back to 1988. So y'all unique Mecca Audio do it. We riding, we riding, we riding, we riding. Y'all ready to start the show? Let's go. Y'all ready? All right, see how we did that nice and smooth? That's how I get in my zone. You know, that's how we get in the zone, right? So we chilling, right? So now we're going to get back to Katt. So that's where Katt's at. You know, Katt went, if y'all forgot, that was the intro for the second part. Katt went and, you know, got on his homie Shay Shay show. Say, he a green dude, but he black. You know what I mean? Even though he green, he black. He get on the show. He expect to get him a little 10 grand, but instead he makes $1 million. He goes to Shay Shay, said, yo, break me off. Shay Shay said, I'm not giving you a red penny. Took a line out of Jay-Z's book, right? And so now Katt said, what is you dead serious? He's like, yeah. Then Katt says to himself, I knew this dude was green. Because if I didn't know he was green, I swear I would take his head off. But I can't put my morals as Katt Williams into a green dude like Shay Shay that don't understand that Katt's supposed to eat too. If he allegedly didn't pay Katt. But I'm not going to give my opinion, but I'm just giving you scenarios because I give you something different to think about. If y'all like the thoughts where I'm taking you right now, give me an emoji in the comments. Give me an emoji. Let's get this thing going. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the notification bell, because I'm going to start doing more lives because they come up fire, and I got my visual up to like 5K. You know, so I say, you know, 7K unique in the house. All right, let's get back to Katt, man. All right, I just wanted to pause it and, you know, get the second half of this party started. It's like right now, we started off with the Before I Let Go and, you know, the old school music. And now we coming up to like, you know, because we just said the 80s and 90s. That was the old school music. So now we coming up into the 2000s. So Katt Williams going to bring you up. See how we ride on a Saturday.
Suspected all that while he was on Club Shay Shay. It kind of sounds like Katt believes that there might have been some truth to the allegations against Shannon, which is insane considering how messy these allegations are. So what exactly are these allegations about, and what does Katt think is absolutely true? Well, the lawsuit was brought by a woman named Gabriella Zuniga, who claims that she was 19 when she started messing around with Shannon in 2023, which means he was 54 at the time. Right off the bat, this is not looking good for Shannon, because what was unthinking getting involved with a teenager? For context, his youngest child would have been about 29 or 30 at the time. Which means
hold up, but wasn't Hugh Hefner with a couple of like 19 or 21-year-old twin blonde hair, blue eyes bunnies? I mean, I'm just asking. I don't really, you know. Somebody let me know in the comments.
That he was messing around with a woman 10 or 11 years younger than his youngest child. I know it's all legal and Gabriella was technically an adult, but it's still very much grooming and weird. But
could you see this girl with Shannon Sharpe? Yo, somebody put in the comments if you can see her with Shannon Sharpe, man, because I'm like really confused right now. Somebody help me.
Anyways, Gabriella made a lot of claims in her lawsuit that were very shocking. First off, she filed the lawsuit as Jane Doe because she wanted to keep her identity private. The only reason we know her real name is that Shannon and his lawyers directly named her in their statements. There's got to be something wrong with that too, but in her lawsuit, she accused Shannon of manipulating and controlling her and alleges that he S8 and S8 her from behind in October 2024 and January 2025, blatantly ignoring her pleas for him to stop. The lawsuit details instances of alleged threats and physical assault, stating Sharpe refused to accept the answer no.
Hey, yo, but then you get right here some tapes and texts and all this old mixed stuff about how she won't be tied up, had baby by a black gorilla and all types of crazy, freaky talk. So y'all tell me if this makes sense. So I got to give y'all both sides. I don't want you to get swayed, and I'm not trying to sway you. We're just trying to bring it to you straight, and let's see.
Even as she sobbed and screamed. She claimed that they met in an LA gym and were in a consensual relationship for 2 years, but his behavior turned mean, and he allegedly threatened to unalive her when she attempted to share her location with friends. She also claimed that he insisted on recording their intimate encounters, at times without her knowledge, and claimed they were for personal use, though she accused Sharpe of sharing the videos with friends on multiple occasions. Well, Shannon was not about to let his name get dragged in the mud like this, so he clapped back extra hard in a statement released by his lawyer. In the statement, he included transcripts of some texts that he got from Gabriella. And heads up, they're definitely graphic, like insanely graphic.
Now, check out these texts and you tell me where you think it's at. I got to change the scene on this. Tell me where you think they at from these texts and what you see that she just alleged earlier in this joint right here.
In the text, she said stuff like, I want you to put a dog collar on my neck and choke me with it while you're effing me. I know you miss this big juicy ass. $25,000 for each cheek. Only if you put that baby gravy in me. Then you can do whatever you want to me. I want to put my tongue in your a-hole and then marry you. That's my daddy. I want you to put a big black baby in me. You better.
Yo, did you hear this? And now she's suing him, said that she said stop. After she said she gonna put tongue in here, then they have big black baby. Listen to what's going on. Somebody help me, somebody help me, somebody help me. I can't understand this for the life of me. Did you just hear that? Hold up, man. Let's hear the rest of this.
Better crave it because you're gonna be stuck with it for life after you put a big black baby in me. Y'all, it's just exhausting. But I said they was graphic. But what's the obsession with this big black baby thing? That's definitely weird. Considering that Gabriella is white, it kind of sounds like Shannon is into some type of race play. Which, you know what?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. How you know Shorty's not involved in some type of race play? How do you know Shorty's not involved in some type of race play? Come on, man. Don't just put it on Shannon. Or they both was in. You know, look at Shannon. Shannon is like the big field buck to her, and she's like the slave master's daughter. You know, that just want to be inquisitive and spread legs. You know, look at Shannon. Just picture him as a slave buck as you paying attention to this. Now, he don't know what's going on. Dumb as a bag of rocks. Look just like he looking. I'm just keeping it 100, not trying to bash him. But, dog, you don't look too intelligent right now. And you sitting there arguing with a woman on social media and you're being charged, sued for $50 million, you know? And what's crazy is, right? So we got to ride with this. What's crazy is that why would they sue him now when he made the announcement for getting this $100 million, that they want half of the $100 million and they messing up the $100 million? So he's not going to get the $100 million. So you're not going to get nothing. So all you did was screw up everything for 6 minutes of fame. If y'all feel that's what happened, put it in the comments. Let's see what's going on. I see the comments. We're gonna get back to them at the end of the joint, but I just wanted to give you all a straight show. Don't want people pulling out because we go in and out and riding, pause, no pun intended. You know, no he cipher, monkey cipher, all that. But look at Shannon, man. Let's keep this moving.
We're not even going to unpack that whole mess right now because as country as he is, he's seen some things. But anyways, Shannon's statement also said this lawsuit filed by Gabriella Zuniga and orchestrated by her attorney, Tony Busby, is a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions of dollars in her effort to extract a large financial settlement.
Do y'all believe that this is just a shakedown to shake him down for millions of dollars? Put it in the comments, 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 put it in the comments.
Zuniga presented Mr. Sharpe with a secretly recorded video of a consensual intimate encounter. We believe that this video has been heavily edited and taken entirely out of context, crafted to falsify or portray a consensual act as a non-consensual. It continued, the evidence paints a clear picture. This was a consensual adult relationship that included role-playing, adult language, and fantasy scenarios explicitly requested by Ms. Zuniga.
Right there. Do you know that's what Diddy is using right now as the defense? That this was a consensual relationship of role playing and everything else, and Cassie was a willing participant. So Diddy's going first. Shannon would be going second because they're gonna definitely try and bring this over into criminal court if he sit there and play himself the wrong way by arguing with the Snow Bunny in public. Don't do it, Shannon. But you're doing it, but you know, right there. No disrespect. That's what females do, right? Because we ride. Yo, Shannon, the female throw you a shot and call you a he cipher, monkey cipher. You don't argue with it telling you not and start shaking your head and bending your wrists and playing all these little games, right? You just ignore and keep going. Because you know that it's going to escalate verbally and then it could turn physical and then it could turn bop, bop, bop. And we don't want it to turn any one of those avenues, right or wrong. Somebody let me know because I'm really confused right now. You know, if y'all got the answer to this, let me know. But, you know, they both used the same defense that it was consensual. That's why I wanted to let you know.
Edited tape that Ms. Zuniga secretly taped and showed Mr. Sharpe during her blackmail attempt tries to falsely portray as a result of this editing and out of context from prior text messages that the intimate activity was not consensual. Mr. Sharpe categorically denies all allegations of coercion or misconduct, especially the gross lie of essay, and will not submit to what he sees as an egregious attempt at blackmail. He stands firmly by the truth and is prepared to fight these false claims vigorously in court.
But in court, like you said, not in the public of social media.
He looks forward to vindication through due process and a judgment based on the facts and the law. Well, he also posted a video where he claimed that he was being blackmailed by Tony Busby, you know, the same lawyer who brought the essay lawsuit against Jay-Z. And he also claimed that Busby would release an audio that was designed to make him look bad because it had been taken out of context. He also claimed that Gabriella and Busby were asking for $50 million in their lawsuit.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks.
Right there, yo. Shannon just said, just like it is, man, that he believes a shakedown, he not giving him nothing, and he's standing up for where he's at, and that Tony Busby is targeting black men. I got my man gonna get on, tap in a few. I just want him to know that we riding right now. But, you know, what do you think about what Shannon just said, where he's telling Busby, like, yo, I'm getting ready to sue you for defamation? I mean, he going to war with this. Let's keep it moving.
At this point, Tony Busby finally clapped back, claiming that Shannon had offered Gabriella $10 million during mediation in exchange for her not filing the lawsuit. He wrote, back in early February, our office contacted Mr. Sharpe on behalf of Jane Doe and broached the subject of a meeting. Multiple conversations took place. Ultimately, a mediation occurred.
Right there. Once he got into conversation with Tony Busby, that's showing a form of guilt. Now, Busby know I got him. He should have did like Jay-Z, fought from the door and said, get up out of here. I'm not playing it. I'm not having it. I'm not with none of that. But instead, Shannon Sharpe went back and forth with Busby, and that's a form of saying, yeah, I'm guilty. What do you want? And then now after you say, I'm guilty, what do you want? Now you walk away from it. And then he looks at you like, is you crazy? Do you know that I'm getting ready to ruin you right now? Because I have our conversations and our communication and contracts for this sit-down mediation all documented, that you showed that you felt you was guilty, but how much do you want? You don't want to pay me what I want. So now Tony Busby said, oh, I got you by the black kahunas. Let's keep it moving.
Sharpe was represented by different lawyers in that mediation. That mediation process went on for more than 6 weeks, ultimately leading to Mr. Sharpe making an incredibly significant offer to settle. However, Doe refused the hefty sum offered by Sharpe and instead filed this case.
Now, Sharpe then offered a hefty sum, and now he's saying he's guilty. Do you think he was just trying to get it to go away? So he said, all right, I can stand 10 mil. Or do you think it was more like, I'm guilty of sin? I don't want this out there. So, you know, take this 10 mil. And they said, no, you getting ready to get 100. I thought Tony Busby, well, I know Tony Busby is more intelligent than that. This lawsuit should have been after he signed the deal. After the deal was inked, not before the deal was inked. Y'all put it in the comments if you feel that this conversation should have been had before the ink. All right, somebody help me.
He also claimed that the texts Shannon and his lawyers had released were old texts sent before the alleged essay incidents. He wrote, every text that Mr. Sharpe's counsel released today purportedly from Jane Doe are dated prior to the alleged brutal assault set forth in Jane Doe's case. Those texts were obviously released in an effort to distract the public's attention from the allegation in Jane Doe's lawsuit. It won't work. But Mr. Busby was not done with Mr. Shannon yet, because he also released an audio where Shannon could be heard threatening to choke Gabriella.
Hey, yo, good looking Metro EV Charge LLC. I had to pause that so you could take a deep breath as you listen to this next part right here. Thank you for being a member. Subscribe to be a member. I'm going to start putting up the videos that they say that I did that's too hood for TV. And I'm thinking about changing Unique Mecca Audio TV to, Mecca Audio TV to Mecca Audio Too Real for TV, to put the videos that YouTube don't let it go up. All right.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be.
Damn, he's calling a beautiful female like that.
Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna fucking choke the shit out of you when I see you.
You know, that's what happened, right? Because we ride. That's what happened when you get these age gaps. You get Shannon Sharpe, 50-something. You got this young girl, 20, right? 20-something. Early 20s, whatever you want to call it. Play the number games, because you already know we always got rat bastards and flip-flop and public trolls, and they all deserve nothing but that. But now, when you got this gay age gap, everything that Shannon says to Gabriella is going to be construed as, manipulation. He's manipulating me, because she have a complex, because she know he's older than her and wiser than her, and she wants to show him that she's equivalent to him mental-wise, and she could deal with an older man. And at the same time, while she's trying to deal with him to show she could deal with an older man, she do some dumb, crass, dummy stuff, just like how Shannon did when he sat down in front of Katt Williams to reveal that he was green, when Katt was revealing to him and sharing to him what was going on to the industry. Shannon was looking what they call bewildered. So Katt knew right there that Shannon was green. Same thing that Shannon is having now. He's looking at this 19-year-old and he's seeing that she's green. And then she's looking at him like, I'm not green. You're trying to manipulate me. And that's why that's frustrating him so much, because he's just being honest and being himself from where his wisdom is at. But where her wisdom is at, she's stuck back there where everything is about manipulation, because you don't understand, instead of trying to understand that you must learn. That's where this go. All right. So could we move forward? Let's get this moving.
I don't.
You know what?
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do.
Yo, that don't sound good there, Shannon. If that's some role playing, that's a hell of a role playing right there. Yeah, I want to be, and now he's demanding. Oh man, is this role playing? Put in the comments if you feel this is role playing.
I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
In another audio, he made a disturbing comment about big black guy choking a small white woman.
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah, I might choke you in public.
They role playing right there, man. You saying all that. Y'all put in the comments.
Big black guy choke small white woman.
In public, like he just said, but they're going to blame it like he said something else.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you do with the shit you did to me.
What'd she do, Shannon? What'd she do?
Y'all, this is not looking good at all. After releasing the audio, Tony Busby wrote, "The contents of this clip are certainly not playful. They are instead disturbing, aggressive, and dangerous. The audio paints a very clear picture of how Sharpe treated Jane Doe, leading her to escape from him by leaving Nevada and blocking all contact with him. He also doubled down on the claims that Shannon's team offered Gabriella $10 million, saying, on the one hand, Mr. Sharpe and his lawyers claim that the case filed by Jane Doe is meritless. Yet on the other hand, they now have disclosed that Mr. Sharpe offered Jane Doe $10 million in writing not to file her lawsuit. That is a true statement. Jane Doe was in fact offered $10 million to settle, but rejected that offer, choosing instead to proceed with litigation. Sharpe's team is now trying to discredit and dox her. Sharpe and his team are now, as anticipated, also attacking me. We are not going to be deterred by these tactics." Well, Mr. Shannon's lawyer was not about to let that slide because he then accused Gabriella of being greedy. See, Shannon is expected to sign a $100 million media deal any day now.
Hey, y'all, he said that that she's being greedy, right? Do you think she's being greedy because she wouldn't take the 10 mil? Would you have taken the 10 mil if you was her? Or would you have listened to, your attorney, Tony Busby, that you could get so much more? What would you have done? Somebody let me know what you would have done. Please let me know what you would have done. All right? Because Shannon said, yo, she being greedy, man. She knows she's dead broke. I done gave her crumbs to choke around and do everything else under the sun to her for 2-3 years. And now she want $10 whole million for me. Who did this broke, stinking, no good motherfucker think she is? That's where Shannon is at right now.
And according to his lawyer, that's why Gabriella has dollar signs in her eyes. See, Shannon was sued a day before it was publicly announced that he is expected to sign a deal for his Club Shay Shay podcast that would exceed $100 million after his contract with Colin Cowherd's The Volume Podcast Network expired recently. His lawyer said, her knowledge that Mr. Sharpe's about to receive a very lucrative contract, she knew that, took advantage of it, and I describe this as my opinion that this is a classic definition of blackmail that gives the greatest leverage to blackmail. He also...
Then why did you agree to pay the money? And look at her. Could you imagine this baby with Shannon Sharpe? Somebody let me know what's going on. Imagine her in court, doing this civil suit. Imagine her in court telling her side of the story. Who would you believe? Her side or his side looking at Shannon? Somebody let me know. Somebody put in the comments. But this is crazy right now.
Also exposed Gabriella as an OnlyFans creator, saying what she does on OnlyFans was for money and role-playing and virtual fantasy with men who pay her. It was the fact that the plaintiff started to charge Mr. Sharpe money. This is who she is by the facts. I'm just describing that she's on OnlyFans and charges people money to do role-playing. Well, Busby clapped back again.
But she could still say stop at any time. Tell him, Mr. Busby. Tell him, Mr. Busby. Get the bag, Mr. Busby. Get the bag, Mr. Busby. Get the bag.
And said, Mr. Sharpe's aggressive approach will instead have the opposite effect. Miss Doe is not afraid of the truth. She relies upon it. I look forward to presenting the evidence in this case through the judicial process, where the truth matters more than a sports icon's desperate public spin. Y'all, this is a very, 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 very bad hot mess because fans are split on this. On one hand, Tony Busby doesn't exactly have a good reputation when it comes to SA lawsuits. He's the same lawyer who filed a lawsuit against Jay-Z last year, accusing him of allegedly SAing a 13-year-old at an after party for the VMAs back in 2000. The lawsuit was eventually dropped and dismissed, and another Jane Doe claimed that Busby had told her a lie. He got countersued by Jay-Z for defamation and extortion, and that was all very messy too. So when he brought another lawsuit against another successful black man, well, fans are starting to give him the side eye and wondering if extortion is a side hustle or something else for him. But on the other hand, there are people who believe that because Shannon is known to be quite freaky-deaky in the bedroom.
How you know Shannon is reported freaky-deaky other than you're listening to all this YouTube crap? Give Shannon the benefit of the doubt. Oh, my bad. Y'all saw the Instagram live. All right. Eat that.
Get me wrong, there's a difference between being freaky dicky and SA, but fans are wondering if there could have been some type of overlap. While fans are split on this, y'all want to know who is enjoying Shannon's downfall? Allegedly, Katt Williams.
Whoa.
I know this is kind of shocking, but there have been rumors for a while now that Katt and Shannon have been on the outs. It all started after the Club Shay Shay interview. The chaos kicked off the second that podcast went viral. Katt quickly landed in hot water with a whole bunch of black entertainers, especially fellow comedians. And honestly, you could kind of see why. Some parts of that interview got Katt looking real bitter, like he had some long-standing beef to get off his chest. And during his appearance on Club Shay Shay, Katt went full confessional mode, airing out other celebrities with no filter. He wasn't tiptoeing around anything. He dove straight into the drama, straight, no chaser. And although folks were laughing all over the internet, the entertainers that got the backlash were not handling it well. Because let's be real, nobody wants their skeletons dragged out on a public platform. But Katt unloaded that clip like he'd been sitting on all that tea for years, just waiting for the right moment, and Shannon Sharpe served it up on a silver platter.
But did Katt get his cut? Somebody let me know, did Katt Williams get his cut from the multi-million-dollar viral video that Shannon Sharpe did with him on it? Katt Williams agreed to do it because he think that he was going to get a little 10 grand, but instead of getting 10 grand, he winds up getting a meal. Katt goes to Shannon and said, break me off. Shannon said, hell no. Katt said, you're going down with the white women. And now we have the lawsuit. See, I just did a short that quick. That's at where we at. That's at 45 minutes. Get that short. All right.
The aftermath of that interview was a mess, and they got a lot of hate for it, especially Katt. Dave Chappelle was one of the first comedians to drag Shannon and Katt when he said, what part of the game is this? He ate the ninjas. He didn't say anything about any of those white boys. None of those white boys function like that. Katt is one of the best painters in the game, so why are you drawing ugly pictures of us? Stop. Hurt people, but I'm a hurt person that never hurt people, and he does it all the time. He also accused them of trying to ruin the lives of his fellow black men.
Hey, y'all, I had to take a puff and put out of that. Yo, come on. Dave Chappelle, love you. You're the greatest. You get a round of applause. Lord. Stop it. All right, relax, y'all. Relax. Let me finish the show. Dave Chappelle, you walked away from 100 million, so you know we're in our shoes, Katt Williams' shoes, anywhere else. Because Katt Williams didn't walk away from no 100 million. You walk away from like 50 million, 100 million to go chill out in Africa, so you a super trigger. You know what I mean? That's you. You a super trigger. So ain't nothing wrong with that. So you can't really speak no disrespect for us, because you're situated enough to walk away from $50 to $100 million to go chill out in the lovely island of Africa. We're not at that place in our life yet. So I don't think you understand. I know you've been through the struggles to get there, but I don't know if you understand the struggles that's happening right now down here. Feel me? All right, let's keep this moving.
Said if I told my story, it would break your heart.
Break my heart.
Never, ever told on anybody. And he is acting like the arbiter of truth. Katt, listen. I F with Katt hard, but D-Ray, tell me what part of the game F's up another ninja's paper? What part of the game is about telling on another ninja? Now, at first, all the backlash was directed straight at Katt, and folks were calling him bitter, saying he was lying and that he was the real problem, and dubbed him a hater for how...
Nah, Katt saying y'all had a secret society going on, all you fake-ass comedians. I mean, I'm just speaking for Katt. I love all the comedians. You know, I love the little tour they did, especially the female tour. But Katt went up there and aired the business out what's going on, said, well, if y'all can't eat, I can't eat. What Katt did was equivalent to... You know we robbing. What Katt did was equivalent to back in the day when a dude come on the block and try and move in the block, and the dudes on the block don't like him, so they try and have all types of shootouts and try and run him off the block. And then now, while that's going on, the police come and nobody can get no money. So now they stop trying to run him off, you know. But then now he's like, oh no, You know, y'all don't want me here. So if I can't get no money, y'all ain't gonna get no money. So I'm gonna bring the police back here by busting my gun. And that's the same thing that Katt Williams is doing right now. He's busting his gun at the comedians by letting them know that, nah, y'all holding me out, prevent me from getting this money with this secret society. I'm not with it. I'm not having it. I'm not putting up with this crap, is what Katt Williams said. So Katt Williams came on Shay Shay to air it out, but Katt Williams never intended for it to make over $1 million, you know? And now they make that off of it, but I said but Shannon made that off it. So Katt said, yo, you know the way I got on there on good faith, homie? Well, now break me off on good faith. Now, what did Shannon do? Y'all make this go viral, make a short out of this. What did Shannon do? Did Shannon give Katt Williams a cut from the multi-viral interview that he did on his show? If he did not give it to him, what do you think, or how do you feel Katt Williams should think, feel, or respond to Katt Williams saying, you not getting nothing out of this? You gave me the interview. It don't matter what you intended for me to make. I made this amount. It's mine. And he'll be right if he said that. But from a loyalty point of view, because we're dealing with loyalty, because we're dealing with Cashbox. You got to be loyal, and you got to deal with Cashbox. Once the app drop, we're going to do all types of promos, giving away, you know, all types of money for you. So, as a matter of fact, everybody just put right now, just put in the comments Cashbox. Let me turn my comments on. Put Cashbox if you hear me in the comments. All right? Put Cashbox in the comments if you hear me. All right? Let's keep this moving. Let's play this back over here, you know, because I'm all over the place. You know what I mean? All right?
Came across in that interview. But then Monique sat down with Club Shay Shay, and suddenly the tide shifted, and people started side-eyeing Shannon Sharpe himself, realizing that he was the common thread in both messy interviews. And in classic Club Shay Shay fashion, he deflected. He basically threw Katt under the bus, acting like the whole thing was all Katt. Shannon painted himself as just a guy going with the flow, insisting that Katt was the one leading the charge and stirring that pot. According to him, he was just playing off of what Katt was already saying. Well, Shannon had already apparently been feeling some type of way about all the backlash. In his mind, he was just doing his job as an interviewer, asking questions and letting his guests speak. He hadn't pressured Katt to spill any tea or force him to say any words. So as far as he was concerned, he shouldn't have been the one getting the hate. And I kind of agree with him on that. But according to someone close to the situation, Shannon has been venting behind the scenes, frustrated that Katt's bombshell interview had thrown his entire show off course. What used to be seen as a credible platform for real conversations was viewed as a circus act. Shannon worried that the chaos might make it harder to book big-name guests in the future.
Now, you made it a circus act, Shannon, when you had people come up there and they disputed what Katt Williams said, and you just allowed them to freestyle, when what you should have did was anyone that wanted to come up there to dispute Katt Williams, you should have invited Katt Williams to come back. If Katt Williams would have came back and sat in front of Monique when she voiced her opinion, in front of D.L. Hughley when he voiced his opinion, or whoever in front of when they voiced their opinion, you know, that's how that should have been handled. You should have took it to the street, but you kept it in the industry. And you said the same way I gave Katt Williams free reigns to say whatever he want to say, I'm going to let you, D.L. Hughley, and Monique get up here, Steve Harvey or whoever, and say what you want to say against him. That's how social media do it. But when you from the street and you a gangster, you already know. If you mention somebody, all right, he done said that, you heard what he said. If you dispute it, I'm going to have him back up here, and you could dispute it in front of his face. That would have went viral. You would have took off, but no, you didn't reach out to Unique, make an audio. Pocket's too small. So instead, you try to do it, listen to the people around you that all they do is know how to do what they learned in school. I learned this shit on the street from hustling. This is how you hustle. The controversy with one man talking about the next man, if one want to set it off like how Jim Jones set it off with Cameron and Mace, you know what I mean? Imagine Jim Jones sitting in front of Cameron and Mace, you know, and they having whatever conversation they say independently on social media in each other's face. Jerry Springer at its full effect. That's what you do for shock, Mr. Shannon Sharpe.
And he put the blame squarely on Katt's shoulders. But to make things even messier, Shannon started to suggest that Katt might not have been telling the truth at all. Still, he was quick to distance himself from it and claimed that Katt had assured him everything he planned to say was true. Well, Shannon insisted he had never forced Katt's hand and that everything said during that interview was entirely Katt's idea. Well, Katt did not appreciate being thrown under that bus like that, and this led to some strain between him and Shannon. Well, Shannon's podcast did manage to survive the drama, and the podcast has been doing well up until now, that is, even though no interview has come close to as messy as the one with Katt. But if there's one thing that we know about Mr. Katt Williams, it's that he has a long memory. And now that Shannon Sharpe is being accused of essay, well, let's just say that Katt is not exactly shedding any tears for him. Katt is petty as F, but I still think Katt is out here telling Sharpe, you got to tell him no. You got to tell him no. But I got to know what y'all think about this. Drop your thoughts in comments below.
All right, so that's where we at right now. Somebody let me know what's going on because I'm really confused. Shannon Sharpe, he's in a pickle right now, right? You know, I got my man on the phone. This is Unc, right? Unc, tell him how you found me and, you know, how we know each other, right?
Yeah, well, I'm a rider. I ride all over the United States, and
doing what?
I haul a heavy freight.
Mm-hmm. Let them know.
Driver.
Yeah,
I'm a truck driver,
mm-hmm.
and I cruising YouTube and came across Unique Mecca Audio. Damn it, man, I ain't stopped riding yet.
And what I told you, I want my cut. You making money from driving up and down the highway, listening to me to make sure your head right, and I don't get a cut. The game is to be sold, not told. Put in the comments you need to break me off.
I tell you, boy, we got you though. We got you.
All right.
But man, there's see this whole thing, man, with Shannon Sharpe, everybody going through the front door. Everybody. Even Shannon went through the long goddamn front door. Sorry for the French. But the thing of it is, ain't nobody thought about the back door.
What's the back door? Pause.
The back door. Okay, you got homegirl here on a porn site or whatever you call it. Family, friends or family only, whatever. It's basically a porn site. Now, all the people that comes on that site are considered clients, right?
Yes.
That's how she met Shannon, the client. She met Shannon before she met Shannon, see? Because who else was a client, allegedly?
Who?
Bugsby.
Nah, man. Busby was on OnlyFans, allegedly.
Bugsby allegedly was a fan.
Oh,
and guess
man.
who he was a fan of?
What?
Her.
Get out of here.
And that's how the whole shit came to. Because, see, the lawyer know that Shannon Sharpe done been through this incident before. And he paid him off. He went away. Okay? So now he done smashed, allegedly, with this girl. And they come, because he's out here ambulance chasing. Right? Now, if you notice, all these sex cases are years in the making. Look at the Bill Cosby scandal. Years in the making. Diddy, years in the making. He tried to sneak one by when he jumped on Jay-Z. But Jay-Z said, yeah, show me what you got. And he ain't had nothing to show. The same thing Shannon should have said. Show me what you got. Shannon, in his hasty complexities, $100 million that he about to get, he don't want that disturbed. So he jumps out and try to get in front of it. And instead, it got behind it. Because now the contract is busted, in which the lawyer screwed up because he should have filed the complaint after the Shannon signed for the contract. But see, that girl and Busby done hooked up. And if anybody don't believe it, go check it out. Check out Fans Only and see if Bugsby done been there. I guarantee you he done been there. And they plotted shot because this is too sudden. You see, it's too sudden. They hook up, what, just last year, the end of last year? And here he is just now, almost halfway through the new year, and this drops, boom. So there had to be a play. Otherwise, why didn't it come out when the last one came out? How long has this girl been going to that gym? How long Shannon been going to that gym? You see what I'm saying? How come if she been there for so long, how come he just now meeting her after all the time that he been going there? See what I'm saying? So it's a back door. And I guarantee you, if anybody look through that back door, they might see some things that they can recant on Tony Busby and put him under a $50,000 goddamn $50 million lawsuit. And that's my take on it.
What's y'all take on it? 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 Now, let's hit some of these comments. You heard what his take is. Let's hit some of these comments real quick. You know?
You through with me?
Yeah, I'm good, family. You all right?
All right, man. I'm going to hit you up later.
All right.
All right. Later. Peace.
Peace. All right. So what you think of the homie right there, what he had to say? Y'all tell me what you think of the homie. All these people with all these millions don't know how to act. They don't know they're walking targets. What y'all think about that? All right, Jordan. Right here. He off track, way off track. All right, so what do you think? Call in 917-680-9091. You give me your opinion, what you think, if you think he off track. All right, let's keep it moving. All right, let's go. Welcome in middle. All right. There you go, Boss Trucker. All right, Bigger, what up, family? Yo, hit me up, Bigger. I'm outside tonight. All right. Know that it's only happening to our people. You already know. Kwani BX5. All right, let's go. He's gully, else he wouldn't have offered to pay the 10 million. Oh, he's guilty, or he wouldn't have offered to pay the 10 million. Yo, y'all call in the number on the screen. Let me find this number to put up here for y'all. Maybe that's what it is. Hold up. The number. Let me find the number. The phone number. Subscribe, roar, blah, blah, blah. Blah. We're going to find a number for y'all right now. There it is right there. All right, call in right now. My man said he disputed what he said. You know, let's hear what he got to say. You know, because I give everybody a voice. All right? Everybody gets a voice. 0 to use it. All right? Let's see what he got to say. All right? Everybody get a voice. All right. What's up, family? You dispute that?
That's it. All right. Everybody get a voice. Hello?
Yeah, turn the TV down in the back. Got you.
Oh, okay. That's it. All right. Everybody get a voice. Hello? Yeah, turn the TV. Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, first of all, I think a lot of cats that we've been putting on, lacing us with game on, young cats that's giving away millions for vengeance. I think cats, even Shannon Sharpe, that's an older gentleman, if he tuned in to Unique Mecca Audio, would probably know how to handle the bag, know how to handle the fame, and not just give it to the man. Because it's every black man, if you broke but you got billions, it's a target on your back. I would suggest most people that tune in to Unique Mecca Audio and really get laced on some wisdom, some game, get seasoned from a true veteran. Little cats wouldn't be giving up their bag and giving their life to the man. Life without. God bless you, Unique Mecca Audio.
I appreciate you, family.
Yeah, this is Todd Irving, man, from the Yay area, California.
All right, that's what's up. All the way from California. Gunshots, gunshots, gunshots. All right.
That's what's up, all the way from California.
All right, so that's what it is. All right, what, I got to put the number back up there? Hold on, I got to put the number back up there. There go the number right there. If y'all got your opinion on what you think about what's going on, call right now. I'm getting ready to take it off. I'm getting ready to tap out in a minute. I'm answering some of these questions, but that's the number on the screen. Don't say you didn't see it. You can rewind it back. Let me move forward with this show. All right. What's up, family? Where you calling from when you recorded?
Philadelphia, what's going on?
All right. What you think about the Shannon Sharpe joint?
I'm be honest with you, man. I think that if you making that type of money, if you come from making that type of money, his NFL career and his broadcasting, you gotta watch how you do shit. Like how you was promoting the cash box joint where you was like, oh, you don't want nobody. You gotta be on some super shit like that. Like you can't just be like, oh, I want you to, you know, whatever he told the girl, you got to just watch what you say. That just goes to anybody at any level of life. You got to watch what you say. You got to watch who you around. That's all I got.
All right, that's what's up. I appreciate that. Where you calling from?
From Philly, and I appreciate your whole program. I appreciate everything that you do, and I appreciate how you deliver it to everybody else and how your messages. I did what I did so that y'all don't have to go through that, because a lot of old heads won't tell us that. They just let us crash the fuck out.
Nah, we ain't gonna do that at Unique Make Audio. All right.
Thank you, Unique.
All right, family. All right. So I'm gonna put the number back on the screen now so y'all get a chance. So don't sit there and say I didn't give you a chance to do it live where you could call in and holler and say what's going on, what's on your mind. That's the number, 917-680-9091. Let's keep it moving. Run it back if you want the number. All right. Yo, what up?
What up?
You're being recorded. Where you calling from in your name?
Yo, this Silverback Gorilla, man. I'm calling from Trenton, New Jersey.
All right, Trenton in the house. Gunshots. I was locked up in Trenton State in 84.
Well, you know, it's still kind of off and on. Hot pockets around here and there, still popping off around here.
All right.
But my take on the whole situation, what my man was saying about how, I mean, it could be a backdoor, but the bottom line to the whole situation is this: Shannon is like a lot of these other athletes. They don't got no real game as far as dealing with women. They've been in the spotlight all their life. I mean, yeah, they get women because they athletes and they got money. But they ain't really gamed up on dealing with them, on how to talk to them, how to move. You know what I mean? Because that sounds like some more high school conversation he was having with the chick. She was talking about, oh no, Shannon. He's like, yeah, Gabby. He sound like the old country bucket, man. He ain't got no game. He ain't gamed up, and she outgamed him. And then on top of that, he's so damn dumb. Like my man was saying before, if you got cash and dough like that, that's not how you. You give all this after you listen to his podcast. You give all this. If this is somebody else, say if this wasn't him, and this is somebody else, he would be saying everything that he did wrong that he should have did, but he ain't even follow his own advice.
Huh? Yeah, that was deep. Good looking on that, family.
Yeah, salute.
Salute. Yeah. He said that 100% right. That's what I like when I get real callers, man. That's why I can't stand the rat bastards and flip-flop wearing and public trolls, because right here we run a gangster channel, man. All right. He said he agreed with you, family. All right. He said he agreed with you. I like that. All right. Black, poor, rich, small, big, large, still even on paper in NT to American Constitution. All right. The ripple effect, silly. Shannon seems kind of slow, you know. Yo, Swift. Yo, good looking out on the Sakuna. You know, thank you for the donation. You already know. You know, don't get nervous now. They call and they get nervous. Yeah, I'm gonna call his ass back. Hey, yo, I love when I get the trolls and I get to call a troll back. I had trolls tell me, please stop calling me. I'm like, yo, you called me first. How would troll go get mad because you trolling him? Like, where did that happen at? You know what I mean? Let's keep this thing moving, man. Hold up. Let's see the comments over here. There it is, Todd Irvin, repping California. Y'all better call in now. Y'all trying to call in before I tap out. Don't say I didn't give you a chance. What up?
Hey, hello. Yeah, this is Mr. Leonard calling from Rockford, Illinois. I just want to say salute to you, brother, and wondering if you could help me point me in a direction to find the actual complaint of the lawsuit against Shannon.
You know, I'm gonna get it and post it up on my joint. All right, I got a copy of it. I'll post it on this video.
Okay, thank you, brother. Have a good day.
You too, homie. All right, so that's where we at. So if y'all want to call in now. Let me put the number back up there. You know what I mean? That's the number if you want to call in. So don't say I didn't give you a chance to call in. I want to know what y'all think about Shannon Sharpe. What up? You're being recorded. Who this? Turn your TV down. Turn the TV down. Turn the TV down.
Yeah, I'm watching you right now, man. They just come to shut you up, man. Big up you.
Yeah, but you have to turn the TV down so they can hear you, homie. Yeah, go ahead. What's up?
No, I just call to shut you out and big you up, man. I see you on TV. I always watch you.
All right, I appreciate that, family. Where you calling from in your name?
South Carolina, North Charleston.
That's what's up. All right, you're on the air. You're being recorded. What's up?
You know, I'm from Brooklyn. This guy's a country bumpkin. He got played from day one.
Woo! Talk that.
Just meet him at the gym. You know these white girls know all the NFL players that be at them gyms. Stop playing. Stop playing.
But you don't think that's why he went to the gym? You don't think?
You don't understand.
But you don't think that's why he went to the gym?
I don't care why he went to the gym.
No, but what I'm saying is he went to the gym to get played. But he went to the gym to get played. The old ass think he gonna go to the gym and get one of them wiggly body young white girls, and it's not gonna cost him. Dude, it's costing you.
Understand? He got that mental damage from playing football. He think his physique get him in the door, and then he's black. They figure he's well endowed. He figured that pulled him.
So what you saying? Black men ain't well endowed?
I don't know. I don't care.
Oh, I'm just saying. You said it.
What I'm trying to say is she saw a big fish that didn't know enough to keep her off him. She on OnlyFans. You have to be smart to know how to make money online on OnlyFans without touching people. And if you are OnlyFans person, you also know you could blackmail men because they cheating on their wives. Don't think that she haven't blackmailed guys before. And if you blackmail someone, they ain't gonna come out and tell their wife they was blackmailed. If you got blackmailed for money from an OnlyFans model, would you be telling the media?
Man, I wouldn't give a crap. I say, yo, the tricked me. You know what I mean? That's it.
Yeah, but that's not. She's into corporate men, company men.
Yeah, she definitely would deal with a dude like me. I would have said, yo, she got over, but the head was good. You know?
Also, yeah, but Tony Busby got a hard on for black dudes, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Why?
The only thing that haven't come out in the media is the safe word. Everybody that's into bondage and sadism uses safe word.
Hello?
Use the safe word. And all them texts that he put out, she ain't never respond with a safe word.
Word. Hey, yo, hold on, sis. Hey, yo, to the callers, right? This how we gonna do it. If you hear somebody on here calling, let me finish this call and then you call, because I can't answer while I'm talking to this young lady and she's dropping so much wisdom. So just pause on the call. When it's done, then you call. You can see it. It's live. You know what I mean?
I'm 63. When you're into BDSM, that's bondage, domination, sadism, and masochistic behavior.
How you hold up? How the hell you know that at 63 and I'm 60 going on 61 in May 8th and don't know that? Yo, but hold up.
I know the deal. Anybody that's into bondage, domination, sadomasochism, and that type of thing.
You can even pronounce this shit. How you know this? How you know this? How you know this, man?
Your business.
Oh,
there are rules
man.
that they use. And one of them is when you're role playing, he role playing the black slave buck, and she's role playing the
That's what I said.
Woman in distress, like Penelope on the railroad tracks.
Dang. Hey, so you watch porn too?
You use words like
hold up, you watch porn too? You be watching porn too?
None of your business.
But how the hell you know about Penelope on the tracks?
I'm old enough to know, my man. When you're using a role play and you're in the middle, that's like these.
All right, okay, all right. So let me ask you a question. So what was so hold up. What was your safe word?
When you using that type of sexual,
oh, you're not gonna tell me a safe word?
It's also when you're doing cosplay. Cosplay, you're in costumes. The same thing with sadomasochism. You have to use safe words because the script that you use during BDSM, it doesn't allow for you to differentiate. A person like you or I walk in on the situation and think it's one thing, but it's something else. You don't want everybody to know what you're doing. So y'all create safe words. If that person doesn't feel comfortable, they say a word like orange.
What was yours?
Tangerine or pomegranate. Something that doesn't have nothing to do with the role play.
What was yours?
Stop asking me dumb questions.
All right, go ahead, sis.
If you in the middle of choking me and I'm saying,
damn.
no, that's part of the role play. You're supposed to sound helpless. Stop. And you're trying to sound helpless. How would he know that you're not role playing and you're real unless you have an established safe word? If you're into bondage, domination, sadomasochism, without safe words, you wind up killing the person. Because part of the role play is to look like you're in distress, even if you're not in distress.
How do you know all this, man?
Word allows that person to hear a word that has nothing to do with role play, and they know not to go any further. If I mention a word that doesn't have nothing to do with what we're doing, like pomegranate, and we're not doing anything to have any, then I know it's a safe
So
word.
what if he think he just didn't understand and he said gobble gobble?
If he's in his late 50s, he knows what sadomasochism is.
No, I don't know what the hell it is. I'm 61. That's why I'm listening.
Has safe words.
All right, so you're not going to tell us your safe word. That's safe to say.
Listen, if I travel from one state to the next following you, she done seen her a big fish. She a big sucker. He a big fish. He ain't nothing but a damn, what you call it, a pigeon.
Oh, run that back again. Run that back. Run that back. Say it again.
He's a bird.
No. But you said if she followed him across state line, I want you to say that again.
She followed him from one state to another over 10 years.
So that's not sex trafficking? That's what happened with Cassie.
No, it's not. She followed him.
So you don't believe that Diddy sex trafficked Cassie either?
Oh, I don't know. Diddy's an asshole.
Why you say that?
Diddy. He's an asshole. This whole thing with Diddy right now, let me explain something to you. They just they taking a lick at him now when they should have took a lick at him over 20 years ago. When he did that thing and all them kids got killed at that college, they should have got him then. Or when he was in that club with J-Lo, they should have got him then. This shit stuff they doing to him now is a bunch of bullshit. They just taking a lick because they missed the opportunity from previous. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This stuff is weird with Diddy because what they doing is they trying to throw the whole kitchen sink at him to see what sticks. And what they're going to wind up doing is they're going to have a mistrial because the whole case is messed up. It's set up wrong. When they were supposed to get him, that would have been when he was at NYU and he had that big crowd of people that got trampled on.
All right, so they blew it, so they going backwards now. Now what?
No, they can't go backwards. What they tried to prosecute him then and it didn't work. You can't have double jeopardy. When he turned around and had that shooting at the club, that's when they should have got him, because the woman got up there and said he did it. But they didn't want to hear that. So now they trying to make up for the fact that they didn't get him them last couple of times for putting this shit on him.
Hold up, so you don't think this got nothing to do with the liquor company that he sued and won?
Yeah, it does. Of course it does.
Yeah, because I'm saying, so that's the answer to your question. All right, so listen, that's the answer to your question. The reason why they didn't get him all them other times is because he was under the cloak. Once he sued the liquor company threw him from under the cloak of the Good Boys Billionaire Club, and now he's out there like one of us, sitting in a jail cell like any one of us.
You made a mistake. You made a mistake.
All right, correct me then.
Under the liquor company when he did.
I don't mean the liquor company. No. That's not what I'm saying. I said that he was under the cloak, meaning he was being protected from anything he did for any company he meet today, tomorrow, or in the future. But once he violated the liquor company, it's like they got a Good Boys Club, and they felt like he violated by, suing them after they made him $1 billion. He felt like they owed him another $500 million.
Saying is that he's the way they doing him is he's the lowest man on the totem pole. You know what? The totem pole is a Alaskan thing that the Indians in Alaska do, and they put the person at the bottom who is the most valuable. So white people already got that twisted up. A totem pole is not what you think it is. But as far as Big Fish, Diddy is at the bottom. This is about human trafficking. And Diddy is at the bottom. Unless he knows.
So who's on the top?
So
who's on the top?
How would I know?
You said he on the bottom? You said he on the bottom?
What I know.
You know he on the bottom, but you don't know who on the top.
If I did, why would I say that on YouTube?
Then you say that then. But I gotta ask it to be a good journalist.
You ain't paying me enough money to get
how much you want me to send you? Put it in a text and I'm gonna send it to you.
Brooklyn, stop playing.
What part of Brooklyn?
No, thank you. Dude was supposed to, they were supposed to get him when he first started, not in the middle. So
we got that. We got that. So they blew it. So where they go from here? All right. So they blew it when he first started. So where they go from there? Speed this crap. Speed this up.
They're trying to do it now, but it ain't gonna work. They got too many people filing cases on him. You got 2 attorneys that have questionable backgrounds. You got Blackburn, who cannot write legal documents, because I worked in an internship in the district attorney's office in Brooklyn. The way they write, Blackburn writes his legal papers, it don't look right. Busby is another one who might lose his license before it's all said and done. You got all these cases coming after him after the fact. So something is going to fail. It's going to be where if a judge says you have to have a reasonable doubt, they're the reasonable doubt. The prosecution's case has a problem because there are a lot of people that are suing him that have lies. They have truth problems.
All right, so what the hell I got to do with the prosecution? What they got to do with the prosecution? Tell us that.
Listen to me.
We're listening.
If you have a case as a prosecutor, it's on you. The burden is on you.
We got that, but what does the civil case got to do with the criminal case?
The criminal case stops everything. It's called an estoppel. If I'm suing you civilly and there's a criminal case against you, that criminal case takes precedent. It stops everything below.
Exactly. And
what I'm telling you is the prosecution has a real problem with these witnesses. A lot of them are lying.
Now I got that.
In front of you, half of them cases could be true, half of them could be.
I got that, but again, what does that case have to do? Answer this question, please. Answer this question. You're talking very intelligently, but let me ask you a question. What does the civil cases have to do with the criminal case?
If they acquit him on that criminal case, he has a leg up on the civil cases.
Okay, stop. Okay, pause. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a real conversation. They acquitted. No. I want to ask you a question the way you at, because we're getting all over the place. O.J. Simpson was acquitted of the criminal case and they still got him civilly. That was the opening for how a civil case worked for our generation. Now speak on that because we're of the same age.
Wait. You said OJ got him on this. They got him on the civil case, did they?
Yes.
OJ had a pension. OJ was retired. Do you know when you have pension and you're retired, you're sue proof?
But listen, do you know? Okay, do you know that? Listen. Do you pause for a minute? Pause. Listen, pause. Let's have a conversation together. O.J. Simpson was sued for his Heisman Trophy. That's why he tried to run up in that hotel in Las Vegas at gunpoint because they was auctioning his stuff off, and they found out where it was at, and they ran up in there because he lost the lawsuit, so he wasn't lawsuit proof. You understand? Listen, the pension. Listen, the pension may have been. No, let's have it real.
Okay, let me answer you then.
Okay, my fault.
When the criminal case ended, he had a $3 million pension they could not touch.
We got that.
Everything else they could get hands on.
That's what I'm talking about. Everything else.
He still died with money because at the end of the day, that $33 million that they got that pleading for, they couldn't get it out of him.
I know because he didn't have it. Because he didn't have it. But anything he did, like when he came out and wrote the book, if I killed her, if I killed her, how he would have did it, whatever he made, they took that until they got that 33 million, and we understand they couldn't touch. I know they never got it. I know they never got it. But if he would have lived and he would have blew up and did something to get it, they would have took it, right or wrong?
No.
Why is that wrong?
Hard for them to get the money off him. They would have to have people tracking him constantly.
No, we didn't ask you that. If they found the money, would they be allowed to take the money?
I don't know. But I do know that after the criminal case and he did that burglary, they put him back in jail. So you wasn't getting no money off of him after that.
But he went to jail for that burglary. They charged it as burglary because he broke it.
So wasn't getting any money when he was in jail?
No, listen, man. I'm not getting into all that. You're having 10 different conversations. I'm just trying to show you that O.J. Simpson lost he won the criminal case and then he lost the other case.
All I'm saying to you is the likelihood of, and you talking about different cases. With OJ, I don't know the laws of California. All I know is that if Shannon wasn't such a cheap and got with somebody with some common sense, he wouldn't have got suckered out of whatever he got suckered out of. He's a sucker.
Yeah, but listen to what I'm saying. Yes. But listen to what I'm saying. Hold on.
What she was doing from day one.
Listen, you're real intelligent, but you're all over the place. I just want to correct something you said, because you said that if he wins the case, that the civil suit don't have a leg to stand on. That's what I heard you say. Is that what you said?
No, I said that if he wins his criminal case, he's out free. He has a little bit of ledge to hang his hand on as far as the civil cases. If he could get. Okay, let me start from the beginning.
But we don't need to go to the beginning right now. Right now.
No. You're not listening. If you in court and the judge gives the jury instruction that a case has to have if you feel the prosecution proved every single piece of this case, then convict. If there is a little teensy-weensy doubt, then you can't. That means any little doubt, it ruins the whole case. And they can't retry him again because it's double jeopardy. What that does is it positions him, if he goes civil, he ain't going to win with Blackburn. Blackburn is not a good lawyer. Busby is already on the verge of losing his license. Them two there, you on civil cases with them, you could win on. The other people that's trying to sue him, they're going to have to fight for it. Because if he gets off criminally, he has a few fingers left on the ledge.
Okay, hold up.
He can cling to the fact that they couldn't put him in jail to fight with.
All right, could I say something?
There may be a way for him to backdoor them out of that civil as well. But you have two attorneys going after him with hundreds of cases. If they all put all them cases in the criminal case, the prosecution's going to lose because some of them people is lying.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. You just mix the criminal and the civil up. You can't do that. You can't mix the criminal and the civil up, man.
I'm not mixing them.
You did. You said if they took all of those cases that they're suing them with and brought it in, that the prosecution is going to lose. That's what I heard you say.
The prosecution is bringing some of them cases in because some of the people on the civil cases in the criminal case.
I know, but listen. Okay, listen. Let me talk now. All right. Listen, when the prosecution do that, they just doing that to throw a bunch of wood in the fire and hope one gets burned and stay lit the longest to outshine the rest of the fire and get a conviction.
No matter what fire burns, if there's a reasonable doubt,
Now we know that, but they looking at it that if they throw like Big U, they just gave Big U 43 charges. If he beat 42 of the charges and get found guilty of one, that one would be the one to get him life in jail. You understand?
It's a different set of circumstances with Big U.
All right. Get back to Diddy then. So let me get back to Diddy. Give you a scenario. Hold on.
You the one bringing all these cases in with Big U. The whole thing with Big U is they was tapping those phones, and those idiots were talking to each other over the phones. That's how they got caught. Not because people was ratting on them. They keep calling each other rats, but they forget the federal government could tap your phone.
But that's exactly. But listen,
the feds ain't saying nothing because they want them to fight each other.
Listen,
they're trying to get evidence, but the fact of the matter is they got caught because of them phones.
Listen, and that's why while Loose Cannon is in jail, they're allowing him to call and run a YouTube channel from behind federal institution, which I know for a fact after serving 26 and a half years in a federal institution, you're not allowed to do an interview over the phone, much less run a whole YouTube channel giving interviews all day. But they're allowing them to do that because the more he talks, the more they get for evidence. And then they're gonna show how dangerous he is and how powerful his voice is because he's getting 100,000, 50,000, 30,000 views per video. That means 30,000 people of our American society, our citizens, is listening to this. So what if one out that 30 is a loyalist to the rolling 60s and feel like they have to pick up to defend Baby or Loose Cannon, even though they ain't got nothing to do with it, and I'm getting ready to tap out, I got to get another.
I'm from Brooklyn and loose lip sink ships.
You already know.
It don't have to be no rat in the bin. It could just be that the feds gonna tap up everybody's phone. If they tap Brick Baby, they tap what's his name, Loose Cannon, they tap all these guys' phones. They don't need a rat. You understand what I'm saying? They can let them fight it out amongst each other and kill each other. They figure we niggas anyway.
Yeah, talk to them. But they don't understand that we're dealing with a different generation, but you was all over the place, but you definitely was on point.
But what I'm saying about Shannon Sharpe, he's a sucker. He's a sucker, and the girls saw him coming. You got an OnlyFans account.
Hold on. So you saying you'll see Shannon Sharpe coming from a mile away?
Yes, he saw him. Don't be silly.
No. I said, when you see him.
Yes.
Oh.
I see a big muscle-bound football player that think he all that and got money. And he's not really thinking that I'm looking at him for his money.
All right, so if Shannon Sharpe asked you out on a date and told you that he's gonna fly you to Paris for that date, would you go?
No, I'm older than him. It wouldn't make no sense to me. I'm not his type.
Yo, you paused before you answered that. You know that.
No, I'm telling you the truth. I'm not his type.
Okay, but if he said you my type, I always had a fetish for a cougar, and you the baddest cougar I know. And I want to fly you to Paris to the Eiffel Tower so that we could have dinner under the St. Hotel. What would you say?
I'm 63. I'd ask him, what does he want?
And he tell you, I'm trying to tap them cheeks. And, I got 25,000 a piece. That's what I offered my OnlyFans.
I don't know. I would say no.
Nah, stop it.
I don't think he's being genuine.
No, it was genuine. He'd give me 50 grand for each cheeks. How much more genuine could he be?
All his girlfriends is white women. Why would I do that to myself?
Because all he want to do is hit the cheeks one time. He ain't say he want to fall in love.
No, I ain't even thinking about that. First of all, his kids, his daughters is probably pissed at him. Y'all ain't saying.
All right, so what the hell is daughters being pissed at him got to do with you getting 50 grand in your pocket and him getting a nut for that 50 grand?
The media has their father on blast for messing with a 20-year-old.
Got that, but what the hell that got to do with you getting 50 grand for 25 grand for each cheek? That's what I mean by you all over the place.
Come out of that man's mouth.
Huh?
I'm 63. I don't believe nothing coming out of that man's mouth.
If he put 50,000 on the table and told you I want each cheek, would you do it?
I think about it.
I fucks with you. That's Brooklyn. Round of applause to Brooklyn. You see, she carry 100.
It is in front of me and it's mine. I think about it. But what I'm saying is, she's seen a sucker. Why would you go for a man that age?
Hey, y'all, listen. You just inspired me to bring back a show that I started. You're going to see a lot of YouTube subscribe, whatever they call them, start following my trend. I'm going to do a joint. I'm going to call you tonight. I'm going to do a show tonight. I'd like you to be on the show. It's called Grown Folks Talk. I'm going to have about 3 females, 3 dudes, and we're going to sit down. We're going to chop it up about all this, all right?
You're welcome to. No problem. I'd like that.
Thank
you.
All right, text me your name right now, all right?
All right.
All right. And Brooklyn, and put pop shit because you always pop shit. All right, let's keep it moving. All right, let me take 2 more of these comments before I go. My man up there, somebody had a really good one where he spoke on Tiger Woods was the beginning of all of this. Let's see if I can find it. The comments coming in crazy. But dude said Tiger Woods was the one that started all this. Let me try and call some of these people back. Like I said, if I'm on the phone, you know I can't answer the phone if I'm on the phone, family. So y'all just relax and let me do what I'm doing. Yo.
Hello.
Hello, this Unique Make Audio. You was calling in? I was on the phone.
Okay, yes, I was calling in because I was listening to your podcast, and I appreciate your honesty, and because my dad served 30 years behind bars too.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, and I just love your honesty.
Okay, how does that hold? Let me ask you this. How does that make you feel that your dad serves 30 years away from you? When I talk about behind bars, away from you.
Well, my other siblings draw resentment against him. He used to write me letters, so I always felt in my heart a connection. My mom always taught me to be strong and not let that affect me. And it didn't. So that's why I held them.
Okay, I like that. All right, thank you, sis.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right. All right, so we all over the place. We riding, we doing what we got to do. Just so you understand, I'm bringing in a few callers before I tap out. Do you know what the truth is? Something as well as actually knew it would change our minds, but only for a small amount of the population that could actually handle it. Hey, you know they said everybody can't handle the truth. You know, let me put the joint back up here. So if anybody want to call, here go one right here. Yo, you're being recorded. Yeah.
Hey, what's up? I'm from California. This is KB.
Yeah.
I don't know what these ladies up here talking about. If this dude had offered me anything, I was taking it.
Thank you. 50 grand, 25 grand a cheek.
10 grand, 5 grand. Listen, they sit up here in front all they want to. But let's live life real.
Okay. Hey.
Let's live life real.
Hey, yo, listen. Text me your name right now and you from California and put Grown Folks Talk. I'm going to bring you on the show tonight because I need somebody that's going to be 100 like that.
No problem. I got you, brother.
All right. Yeah, definitely. All right. What part of Cali you from?
I live in Cali. I'm from North New Jersey.
Oh, no wonder. I'm Brick City.
Exactly.
All right. All right, text me your name.
Brother.
All right.
Okay.
One. Hold on. Yo, what up? Turn the TV down. Turn the TV down. All right. Yeah. So that's where we at. I'm gonna do something tonight. I'm gonna blow your mind. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you how our mind works tonight. So look out for the live I'm going to do tonight called Grown Folks Talk. It's going to be fire. I'm going to make sure I'm home nice and early so we can do this and get about 10,000 people in the joint. Now, been on here long enough. What is this? An hour and 38 minutes. I'm tired. You know what I mean? Oh, I got to get this right here. You know? All right. Oh, man. Illinois is in the house. You already know. Yo, what up? You're being recorded.
I'm watching. No doubt. Peace to everybody. One love. Wisdom, equality is the mathematics is all going to build and destroy. Let's talk, brother, real quick. To you brothers, I put a post on it and I said this too on your line, a little message on your line, man. Brothers, I want y'all to listen to me because I'm 52 years old. I'm from Chicago, the home of game. Okay? Y'all get y'all money. Get out of the winter land. Please. Get out of the winter land. Get your money. Get your education. Do the knowledge, but know the land. Y'all messing up. This brother down south, when y'all get money, y'all act stupid. Get around some brothers that's been through the experience. Get your money. These people are being thrown at these brothers when they're young because they see the opportunity of coming up and their family staying paid for life. Tiger Woods' father, though I respected him, did the worst thing to his child, and that was trying to fit in with people that do not care about you or have your best interests. And he did the stupid.
Nurse Petty, thank you for the subscription.
I'm sorry, brother.
No, Nurse Petty just subscribed, so I had to give her a shout out. And so if you subscribe, it pops up on the screen.
No doubt.
All right.
No doubt. And I just need these brothers to understand this. Brothers who are older can give you more game than a brother in your age group. Shannon Sharpe. I hate to say it, but I live in them areas where he come from. They like little kids. They don't pass fourth grade in their mindset. They get a little candy. They don't know how to act. And they use that as their egos. And as a great elder told me, your humility will get you further than your ego ever will. And as Buddha said, desire leads to great suffering. And you messed up your career over some booty because you couldn't keep it in your pants.
Thank you, big bro.
Come on, y'all.
All right.
This is 2025.
All right.
I've had too many examples
All right.
of what not to do. Brother, I love you. I got to send some money your way. I know the cash app.
All right, you already know the game to be sold, not told. Tell them to these young dudes that want something for nothing.
And I read your book.
All right.
I love your book.
How was the book? How was the book?
Airbrush your shirt for you.
All right.
Airbrush your shirt for you, brother. I sent the message on your line. I need the shirt size.
All right, text me right now. Hey, listen, text me right now, and I'm gonna call you as soon as I get off. Make sure you cop the book of Roaring Harlem, man. It's fire at roaringharlem.com. You know?
It's a good book. You need a movie. It's a good book.
It's coming, baby. It's coming. All right. Yo, what up? Unique Mech Audio, man. You're being recorded. What's up?
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, so basically, Shannon Sharpe got exactly what he asked for. So he might as well just pay the money because he's just making a fool of himself now. All this trying to defend yourself and all this. You look like a fool. You brought the Katt Williams episode and then turn around and you're just as dumb as you want to be.
All right, so I got a question for you. The same question I asked the other young lady that we all want to know right now.
If Shannon Sharpe offer me any type of money, I'm taking it.
My girl, I'll F's with you. Hey, yo, text me your name and number. You're going to be on the show tonight. Grown Folks Talk.
Okay,
I want real females. Text me your name, number, and put Grown Folks Talk. In the first line, put Grown Folks Talk. All right, sis?
Okay, I'm going to do it right now.
All right, I'm going to turn them out tonight. I'm going to introduce them to something tonight. All right?
Let's do that.
All right.
All right.
One. All right, so that's where we at, man. So y'all understand, we don't play no games at the Mecca. We give y'all the real. We give y'all the thoughts that you never even thought of. You know, they said his baby mama fly Gemini said he has one baby mama. You know, one black baby mom, and the baby is handsome. Alhamdulillah, that's a blessing. All right. Hit the likes. I've not seen them up. Yeah, there you go. Tell them hit them likes button, man. That's what I'm saying. The ripple effect. Hit that like button. Y'all sitting here, y'all watching the content. I can't even get a like. Hold up, let me get an intro. No, let me get an intro.
Cheers, cheers, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Yo, you know what? I'm about to tap out, so I'm gonna give y'all the intro because I'm not getting the likes. I mean, come on, dog. The numbers is up crazy, and I can't get the like button hit. Man, I gotta tap out of this joint, man. Hold up.
Cheers, cheers, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. An Instagram page and a YouTube you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, make an audio.
Make a what? Make a audio. Make a what? Make a audio. Make a what? Make a audio. Make a what? Make a audio. And we gon' do it like we gon' do it like we keep it.